Recently, a teenager was rescued from kidnapping when a motorist noticed her doing a popular TikTok hand signal that indicated she was in danger. Everybody knows that if you call 911 and order a pizza, you are tipping off the dispatcher that you might be in danger. Did you know that if you go into a bar and order an angel shot, you are letting the bartender know that you are not safe? In this episode, Katie and Christy discuss many ingenious ways people have devised to help promote safety in themselves and other people. Hey everybody, and welcome to True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. This is Katie Weaver, and I'm here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Christy Brower. Hello.
Hello. Hey, everybody. Nice to be here. I can't believe. Well, okay, this is our Wednesday case.
Yeah.
But the day that we're recording this is not a Wednesday.
Yeah.
But I have thought it was Wednesday all day. I did a live stream on TikTok in where I talked about it being Wednesday several times. And people later on in the chat, like I missed it for a while, but after a while I noticed they're like, I really thought it was Tuesday. And I'm like, bitch, what is the matter with me? All day though. I keep saying things like, well, tomorrow when we do this, and Rhonda's like, that's on Thursday. Today is Tuesday. I don't friggin' know. You guys, I'm kind of losing it. Just
You
saying.
lost today.
I definitely, yeah, I did. I don't know what happened to Tuesday, except it is now today, Tuesday. So
Indeed. Well, it's probably fine.
I hope it's fine. I hope I didn't do anything else dumb.
You'll find out.
Yeah, I will. That is true.
Well, if the worst you do is tell some people on TikTok it's Wednesday when it's not, that's pretty benign. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well, speaking of TikTok, we are going to do a show tonight that is largely based on safety tips coming from TikTok. And we wanted to talk about some stuff because so often on this show, we're talking about crime. We're talking about terrible things happening to young ladies, a lot of times young women, and not always, but it's so many of our cases, and others, of course. This isn't just for young ladies, but it's for anybody who could find themselves in a dangerous situation. There's a lot of ingenious conversations happening around helping people to stay safe. And we felt like it would be a good idea every once in a while on a true crime show to talk about safety.
For sure.
Because we want less cases, not more.
Right, right. I mean, part of doing what we do, and one of the reasons that I think women are so, particularly women, are so obsessed with true crime is that we're literally just learning about how to not die,
Yeah.
like learning about all of these things, understanding them the best we can. It really does. It is about self-protection in many ways.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's what the goal of tonight's show is to discuss some stuff. If you have some safety tips or some things that you know of that people are doing that you think are ingenious, please share them in the comments. Let's support each other. Let's educate each other. We're here for it.
Yeah,
Before we do that, though, we really do need to have a word from our sponsor.
we
Christy,
surely
you would hook us up.
I would do that so happily. Support for True Crime Paranormal is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in below the waist grooming and hygiene. Manscaped has just launched their fourth generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. Make sure your man joins the 2 million men and women worldwide who already trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer just for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code True Crime Paranormal at manscaped.com.
Did you know that women could use the Lawnmower 4.0?
Well, I had kind of guessed.
There's a lady in Florida that has learned the hard way that she should have used the Lawnmower 4.0.
Somehow I just knew this was going to be a Florida story.
Well, the news has dubbed her pubic enemy number one.
Oh, good hell. course
Here's
they have.
why. She was on to her way to a hot date with her new main man and thought things might be getting a little frisky when she got there, so she decided that on her way over there would be a good time to go ahead and shave her bikini area.
Was she
Now,
driving a car at this
she was
moment?
driving. Now, it's hard to drive and shave your muff, so
That's an
she
understatement.
was running the pedals and she had the passenger, who incidentally is her ex-husband, running the wheel.
My God.
This is
Why not
definitely,
just ask him to drive? I
well,
mean,
yeah, pubic enemy number one didn't think of that. So, unfortunately, the Escalade in front of her came to an abrupt stop and she slammed into the back of them. Now, unfortunately, this really frightened our hairless wonder because she happened to not have a driver's license. It had
oh
been
dear.
revoked for the sixth time.
I wonder if she like
For
sawed off a labia or something. Like,
I well, no, but she didn't want to get busted being the one who had done such a thing.
mm-hmm,
So she backed down the street away from the Escalade,
mm-hmm.
where she hopped out of the car with her cooter and tooter hanging out, jumped in the back seat, and her ex husband scooted over into the driver's seat as if he had been driving.
Oh,
The
what is
problem
wrong
is,
with this man that he is putting up with this bullshit? That's a whole other question.
the problem is somebody saw it happen.
Well, of course.
And so they told the police what they had witnessed. To back that up, apparently he had some burns on his chest from the airbag engaging, and the only airbag that engaged was the passenger airbag. So the jig was up
Mm-hmm.
and she was arrested. Now, the cops did ask her why she didn't just slow down. Why is she wrecked? And she said,
Mm-hmm.
quite matter of factly, I told you it's because I was shaving. Anyway, off to the jail she went. So, the moral of the story is women can use the lawnmower 4.0. They should
Yes,
most definitely use it at home and never while driving,
of
and
course.
especially while someone else is running the wheel and you are running the foot pedals, unless you too would like to be pubic enemy number one.
Well, and I mean, with that being said, get 20% off and free shipping with the code True Crime Paranormal at manscaped.com. Percent off with free shipping at manscaped.com and just use code True Crime Paranormal. Experience premium grooming with Manscaped. And as always, please do not operate the Lawnmower 4.0 while also operating a vehicle.
There you go.
I mean, safety tips everywhere in this show,
Everywhere,
even right there.
even right
Like,
there.
who would have guessed that you should not be shaving your privates while you're driving down the road with your ex husband? I just can't get over that part. Like, somebody needs to
Mhm.
get that guy an intervention. What is he
Right?
doing with this crazy person? Not only was he running the wheel so she could do that, but also he was going to take the blame for the accident for her. Like, while she's going to hook up with her new boyfriend. Like, what
Mhm.
is maybe he needed a hand signal like this?
He definitely did. And
Yeah.
great segue. So,
Mm-hmm.
this has been an amazing thing that came up in the news last week. Is
Yeah.
that this safety hand signal has been floating around on TikTok and other social media sites since the
Mm-hmm.
pandemic started. So I want to put a picture of it up to just make sure that you guys know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But the idea is that you put your palm to the camera, tuck your thumb, and then trap your thumb. So
Yeah.
3 steps: high five, thumb in, thumb trapped. The idea is that you do that and while you are looking someone directly in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps this is driving down the road, like our little gal that was kidnapped and rescued because she did the TikTok hand signal.
Yes.
to a car driving past, looked them right in the eye, did the signal, and they went, I know what that means.
Yeah.
So there's that. You could also potentially do that in a restaurant, a bar, any other place that you might be encountering another person,
Out a window if someone's
out a
walking
window.
by.
Hmm.
Mhm.
On a FaceTime or a Zoom call if you've been unable to say what's going on.
Mhm.
So that's the idea behind the hand signal. It's
That's so
pretty
smart.
amazing. Mhm.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it, and I love that things like this can spread so far so fast that a total stranger would see a kid in a car do that and immediately know
Mhm.
what it meant and
Yep.
be able to call the police and actually get them rescued. That's just wow.
Mhm. So I want to give credit to the US-based Women's Funding Network and the Canadian Women's Foundation. They are the ones who launched the hand signal in the
Ah,
early days
okay.
of the lockdown. I think it's important to know that this was specifically because of domestic violence happening in homes where maybe women weren't able to leave, or men, that people weren't able to leave and needed to get a signal that they were having a problem.
Well, it was definitely a fear when the lockdown started that
Mhm.
for victims of domestic violence, victims of child abuse, that kind of thing, that this was going to make things way worse for them
Yeah,
because it meant that no one ever left the house.
yeah, yeah. Yes. So now you know. So if you need to use it or you see someone using it, just pay attention. If someone looks you in the eye and makes a hand signal, call the
Yeah.
police.
Yep.
Be wrong. Be wrong and weird before
It's
you
okay.
stay silent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the everybody, the police included, would much rather you be wrong than do
Mhm.
nothing because the chance that,
Absolutely.
you miss your shot to help somebody, maybe they don't catch anybody else's eye, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
It's that whole idea of see something, say something,
Yes. Yep,
you
and pay
know?
attention.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, years ago, it became a thing that if a woman was in a domestic violence situation and needed help, she could order a pizza at
Yes.
911.
Mhm.
And that's become a pretty well-known thing with dispatchers that if call 911 and you say you'd like to order a pizza, they go, okay, are you in trouble? Who's in, how many people are in the house? They'll ask you yes and no questions, things to try and help ascertain what's going on. And the
Mhm.
hope, of course, is that you get a dispatcher on the phone that knows that code, though I think that's become pretty well known.
Mhm.
But this is something that has been used lots of times, actually, to help get police to a home. One instance this happened in November of 2019. A teenager, had her mom's boyfriend was beating her up,
Mm.
and she called, said, I'm going to just order a pizza for dinner, and took her mom's phone. And she called and got the police there and saved her mom
Mhm. Wow.
because she was
That's
so
awesome.
scared. Yeah, too scared to speak up. But this is something that people have done and that have worked. In this instance, the police chief said that in 42 years of service, he's never had anyone that he knows of in their area call 911 and do that. But
Mhm.
the dispatcher was, wise enough to recognize what was actually happening there and got help.
Sure.
And that's one of many examples. There's lots of them out there, but
Oh,
that
yeah.
is something to remember, that you can be crafty on the phone.
Yeah, you definitely can, and certainly if you call a dispatch like 911 and you're saying something that doesn't make all cell phones can call 911 in the
Yeah.
US.
Yes.
And that is specifically because of domestic violence issues. We used to
Mhm.
pass out old cell phones and
Yeah.
chargers when I worked in a domestic violence program to women, and to have them keep that phone charged and in the lockbox of their car because they
Yes.
could call 911 from it at any time.
Mhm.
No matter what kind of phone it was or the age of it, they
Mhm.
all worked.
Yeah. Yep. Very important to know.
So even if you don't have service, it doesn't matter. If you don't have service, your phone will still call 911.
Yep. Yep. So let's talk about angel shots.
Yes.
So the idea of angel shots was born in bars and clubs
Yeah.
that women needed some kind of a code to let a bartender know that they might be in trouble.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of bars have some version of this, and a lot of times they'll have it posted in the bathroom. They don't
hmm
all call them angel shots anymore because everybody knows what angel shots are.
Right.
And so it may not be called an angel shot, though if you order an angel shot in a bar,
They
9
know.
times out of 10, they're gonna know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But pay attention to, in the bathroom, they usually will have something posted as to what their code word is, right? But
Right.
the idea behind the angel shot is if you order an angel shot neat, that means I just need someone to get me to my car. That
Yeah.
might mean, hey, you know what? I'm out on a date that's going weird. I don't know. This person isn't who I thought they were going to be, or I'm
Yeah.
uncomfortable and I want to leave.
hmm
And they have staff there that will gladly make sure you're safe and take you to your car.
hmm
On the rocks means I'm not okay to drive, or I didn't drive myself here and I
Yeah.
need an Uber or a Lyft or a cab, and they will gladly call you one.
hmm
And keep whoever you're with occupied so that you can get in that cab and get the hell out of there.
Yes. Yeah.
With lime, that means you need police.
hmm
That could be any situation that you feel like you need a police, you know, occupation for. If you feel like you are in that much danger, and
Yeah.
again, be weird, be wrong. It's
hmm
okay. If you think something's not right here and you're super uncomfortable, or if you think it's possible that you have been drugged,
Yeah. Yeah.
here's the thing. If you think you've been drugged, or you think that someone you are with has been drugged, they need an ambulance now
Yeah.
because these fools are putting things in women's drinks or people's drinks without any semblance of safety. They don't care. There could be way too much of that. I mean, there could be enough of GHB or whatever they put in it to kill you, not just to knock you out or paralyze you. If there's any question that somebody's drink has been drugged, hospital now.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, and I think that most bars and clubs have become pretty aware of the fact that these things happen in their um, in their businesses. And so they are very willing
Yeah.
to be of assistance. But it's a good point that a lot of times especially in the women's bathroom, there will be a sign that
Hmm.
says, if you need help, say this to the bartender and they will help you,
Yep.
which I think is super cool. I love
Hmm.
the idea of, hey, we're all in this together. We're going to watch out for each other. We're going to help each other.
Yes.
Because
Yep.
that's what we need. We
Well,
need everybody willing to keep an eye out.
absolutely. And you are not being a jerk, right? You're not
No.
being a jerk. You're not being judgmental. This is just safety. That's all.
And if you're wrong, great.
Yeah. Be
If you're
wrong.
wrong, awesome. Okay. Then you weren't in danger, and that's fantastic. But
Yeah.
if you feel like you might be in the world of human trafficking that we live in now, if you feel like you might be at risk, by God, say something.
Yes.
Don't
Yep.
wait. Or a friend, if you're worried about a friend, it doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe somebody's going to get embarrassed or get their feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's better than disappearing into human trafficking, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yes. It's okay to be a jerk. There's nothing wrong with that. Do
Yeah.
that and make yourself safe. I'm going to share a little TikTok about how to know if your drink has been fiddled with.
Oh, okay.
With change in color, excessive bubbles, sinking ice, foggy appearance. How to recognize if a drink has been tampered with. Change in color, excessive bubbles, sinking ice, foggy appearance.
I think that's important to note. If it
Mm-hmm.
looks weird, right? If things don't look correct, uh,
Yeah.
don't for a second think that don't second guess yourself. If your drink looks wrong, dump it
Oh, yeah,
and dump whoever
absolutely.
you're with,
If it
obviously.
looks different in any way than what you expected it to or that it did a minute ago,
Mhm.
and don't ever leave a drink. If you leave a drink and walk away for a while,
You're done
abandon
with it.
that drink.
Yeah, you're done with it.
Mhm. But yeah, I think that's really smart to remember. Our dad, when we were kids, his favorite thing was to sneak salt into your drink in a
Mhm.
restaurant. And he was a pro at it.
Mhm.
And of course, the second you taste it, you know there's salt in there. But I can't tell you how many times he could get salt into my drink, me having no idea that he had done it until I
Mhm.
took a drink. So
Yep.
yeah, there are a lot. You're not always paying attention. You're looking in another direction. You're talking to somebody.
Yep.
Even if you don't, leave a drink alone, it still can happen. And
Oh
so yeah,
yeah.
you do want to be really aware.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. And that's a big one. That's been an issue for a long time. Women
Sure
getting
has.
roofied, getting drugged.
It's just so awful to think that we even have to have these conversations. Like that there are
Mhm.
people out there doing this shit and have
Yep.
been forever.
Yep. Yep. Well, and a lot of what's coming up are a little bit more modern problems, you know? And that's
Hmm.
why I'm really loving social media for some of this stuff that
Oh
the
yeah.
younger generations are looking at some of the very current issues in safety and
Yeah.
coming up with some ingenious ways to work on them. So
Right.
I'm going to share a TikTok about, I'm sharing several TikToks, so just relax and enjoy the ride. But this is a TikTok about how to safely get into an Uber or a Lyft. As we know, women have been abducted and murdered because they got into a car that they thought was a Lyft or an Uber that wasn't.
Yeah.
Crimes of opportunity
Yikes.
happen.
They do.
But also, when you take every safety precaution to get into an Uber or a Lyft, you're sending a really strong message to the driver that you aren't somebody to be messed around with, right?
Right.
And so, either way, it's important to send that message that you know what's going on, you're paying attention, and you're not going to be messed around with.
And the wrong way of how to get into a Uber, Lyft, or cab. So the wrong way of doing it: car is here, I get in, pay no attention to any signal, just get in and hope it's my driver. Here's the right way to do it. Number one, I have my app open. I'm going to verify that the license plate matches what I have on file. I'm going to walk over to the driver to ensure the information on the app resembles the driver. So next, I'm going to check the child safety lock, and I'm going to check if the windows work. And I'm going to show you why that's a good idea to check this. If I didn't check any of that, number one, I'm stuck. I can't get open, and I can't even access my windows to try to reach from the outside. If you didn't pay attention to the child safety lock, but you verified your windows, at least you can do the following: roll down my window, go from the outside, open the door if I feel uncomfortable. Here's the right and the wrong way of how to get into a Uber, Lyft, or cab. So the wrong way of doing it: car is here, I get in.
Now, I thought that was a really, really good video and a good reminder
Hmm.
that you should do everything to verify.
Right. So
I
not
think
just
most people
getting
don't.
in a car,
Yep. The other, I saw another video that I thought was smart too, that rather than when you walk out there, you say, are you my Uber? You say,
Hmm.
who are you picking up?
Yeah. See if they know
Because
your
they
name.
should know your name. If they don't, you shouldn't be getting in their car.
Right. When you think about like outside of a restaurant or a concert venue or an airport, there could be people just sitting there just waiting to
Mhm.
see if someone will get in their car,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's so smart about the child locks in the windows to
Yeah.
make sure that you have the opportunity to get the hell out of there if you need to.
Mhm.
Really valid. I
Absolutely.
hadn't thought about that those things might be disabled so that, just in case,
Yeah.
because it's so true. If you've ever like gotten an Uber from an airport, I mean, there's this giant stream of cars,
Yeah.
and you're trying to find on the app your car, your pickup.
Mhm.
I can see how it could happen.
Totally. Well, and especially if you've been drinking, so frequently
Hmm.
people will call an Uber or a Lyft because they're not safe to drive.
Yeah.
And you might fall into a car stupidly without really thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you're just distracted. You're
Hmm.
distracted, you've been having fun, you're not really paying attention. It could happen, and it has happened. And
Yeah.
so it's important. The other safety part of that on using apps is using things like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist.
Mm.
You should never, ever do a swap at your home.
Yes,
And we've
for
all done
sure.
it. I have, and
Hmm.
sometimes I've done it because it's furniture or things that are harder to haul. But in truth, it is a much better idea to plan to meet in a well lit, busy public location.
Yeah, like the Walmart parking lot or something
Hmm.
like that.
Making an exchange like that is a lot smarter. And also, don't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Always bring somebody else with you so that you are safe. I mean, it's just that simple. Because, yes, there are cases of people being murdered and kidnapped and the like because of a Craigslist exchange.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, because that makes you vulnerable. And now someone has your address. And
Mhm.
it's a scary
Yep.
world we live in. Sometimes we have to be careful about not being too naive.
And too trusting. Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, the last bit I want to talk about, these I'm going to show you a few videos from TikTok that I think are just so amazing. These are videos that people have made with the intent of you responding as if you're having a conversation with them. Or some of them are a voicemail. But the idea is if you are uncomfortable in various situations, you open your phone and you play this video. For example, if you are uncomfortable in an Uber or a Lyft and you're uncomfortable with the route that you're taking, or you're worried that this person is creepy or they're not going to take you home, that you play this TikTok or one of these so that they recognize that somebody's waiting for you. And
Ah.
they all mention location apps.
Hmm.
And this is really smart. Like, for example, Snap Maps. You
Hmm.
can on Snapchat add your friends or your family or whatnot, and then you can see where each other are at so long as you're using the app.
Hmm.
The other one is Live 360. Live
Hmm.
360 is an awesome app to be able to share your location with each other so that you can keep an eye on where people are. A lot of parents use that as a subscription service to keep an eye on their teenagers.
Hmm.
But that's another one. But you'll notice in the videos I'm going to show you that they all mention something like a location share so that the person that who is watching you or near you or making you uncomfy recognizes, oh, somebody's waiting for her.
Hmm. Somebody's expecting them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Hmm. Okay. So the first one I'm going to play you, a lot of the ones that I found that were so good are by Jake Goodman, MD. Jake
Mm.
Goodman, MD. Amazing. And he has done a whole bunch of them to help with
Hmm.
safety. I'm going to play a couple of his, but he's on TikTok as Jake Goodman, MD, and totally worth going to find and
Okay.
listening to his stuff. So we're going to listen. This is if you are uncomfortable in your ride share.
Okay.
All right, cool. It's kind of hard for me to hear you. I don't want you to be mad, but dad is being a bit paranoid and overprotective again, and he's tracking your phone. I know, I know. I remember what happened last time. He literally called the cops on the Uber driver. So let's not have that happen again. The whole family's here. We're so excited to see you. All four of your brothers got off. Even Rex, he got off from Navy SEAL training to come see you. So text me your ETA. We can't wait to see you, and don't be late.
Yeah.
Love it.
Who's going to
Well,
mess
and
around with that?
right. Here's dad, here's Rex,
Hmm.
here's all this family looking for you, expecting for you, what's your
Hmm.
ETA? That's very smart.
Yeah. Remember when dad freaked out and called the police?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very smart.
Yep. This is another one from Dr. Jake that I thought was really useful. Again, it's easy enough to share these or save videos like this and use them if you need them. So
Mm-hmm.
this video he made with the intention of someone walking home alone and having somebody feeling like somebody might be stalking you or walking too close to you.
Hey, what's up? Are you close? Nice. We're so excited to see you. And guess who's here? I'll give you a hint. He's a cop. Yes, John the cop.
What's up?
Hold on. Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Let's go down.
Okay, let's go then. All right. Hey, John and I are going to come get you, okay? All right, we'll be there in a minute. Stay on the phone with me.
Nice.
Yep.
Very good.
Yep. Ingenious.
It is. It is ingenious that, yeah, you can respond as though you're having an actual conversation. And who would know, really?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. This is this is more for teenagers if you are walking home from school and somebody's bothering you.
Oh.
Let's get out. Cool. Good deal. How was your day? Nice. Nice. So I'm headed to the grocery store right now. Do you need anything? Do you want anything? Do you have any idea what you want for dinner? Oh my gosh. I am a terrible parent. I guess it would help if I told you I'm sending your dad to pick you up today. My bad. Yeah, I had some errands to run and he's already on your side of town, so he should be pulling up to get you anytime now. Just be on the lookout for his car. Are you where you're supposed to be? So where I normally pick you up at, so he knows where to find you? Okay, good. Cool. Be thinking about what you want for dinner and send me a text whenever you guys get in the car so I know what to get at the store. Hey.
Good one.
All right. Yeah. Yep. It sends the message that somebody is looking for you, someone's coming to get you, someone cares about you.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Most of these guys are the criminals that were, in question, or the potential stalkers or kidnappers or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
They want an easy mark,
They
right?
do. Yeah, that's true.
They want an easy mark. They're not looking for somebody who is going to be hard to take or missed immediately. That's not something that they want to do.
Right. Yeah, they want somebody who is alone and alienated and might not be missed immediately, that kind of thing. And yeah, all just those kinds of things, like, oh, there's someone looking for this person immediately. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's really, really smart. Just to let people know that, hey, I'm not your ideal whatever.
Yes. And that, by the way, that was Mindy Purdue on TikTok. She
Mhm.
also has multiple videos that are kind of like mom to teenager type calls that
Mhm.
are really good ones, I think, to hold on to. This is also something that you could do for your kids. Make some
Mhm.
video files for them so that they have them if they were to need them.
Absolutely. It's really smart. It is really smart just to make sure.
Yeah.
It reminds me of this one time that you and I and our cousin Jill
Mhm.
camped at Rigby Lake, which is not an actual lake. It's a little man-made lake area.
Mhm.
And it was a place that kids used to drive. It was this big circle where you could park, where you could camp, and then this big circle that you could drive around the lake. And
Mhm.
on weekend nights, they can't do it anymore because they lock it up. But they
Yeah.
used to just drive round and round and round, and there would be some trouble. And we were there alone, us three young teenagers at the
Mhm.
time, and it was a little nerve-wracking. And we had left a lamp on in our tent, and if anybody stopped to talk to us, we'd yell something like, "Oh, hey, Dad, when you're done in there, come out here so that you can help us make dinner or whatever. And we would pretend like our dad was in the tent. I
Mhm.
remember that we did it several times
And it
because
worked.
yes, it did. It worked. People just kept on moving.
Mhm.
But
Yep.
truckloads of teenage boys would stop to talk to us and it would make us nervous. So
Mhm.
we would talk to our dad in the tent. And
Yep.
it did work.
Yep. Yep. That was the light in the tent. Yeah, it was
Mhm.
brilliant. It was, but yes, it did work. This is another video. This is more of a like a boyfriend, which is another important message. Sometimes women have to send the message that I'm not interested, and unfortunately, I'm not interested isn't always enough. And so, knowing there's a boyfriend on board, a lot of times will slow down somebody's advances.
Mhm.
Hey, sweetie. Yeah, I was just calling because I saw you were nearby. I've still got that remember that location app thing? Yeah, I've still got that installed on my phone so I can see you're just around the corner. I was gonna say, yeah, don't take it off because basically I'll keep an eye on where you are, and then when you get close, I will start making the food. And yeah, so I just thought I'd ring you to say that. Are you okay? Good. Yeah, so I'll see you in a little bit. All right. All right, I miss you. Love you. Bye.
Yeah,
That's
kind of
funny.
sweet. Yeah, but this person's in a relationship. She has someone waiting for her. She's not your target.
Mhm.
And there's
Also,
so many more, but
they have location on their phone, which
yeah.
means that someone can find them.
Mhm.
We just use Google location sharing.
Mhm.
In my family, the three of us, we have that on so that we can
Yeah.
always find each other by phone, and it just makes sense, you know?
Mhm. Mhm. Absolutely. Well, and in families where you've got good trust, that should be fine, you
Mhm.
know? Yeah. So, those are some thoughts. We would love to hear yours.
Yeah.
Obviously, this show could be hours long if we did them all, but those are some thoughts. And I just, after seeing that, the TikTok hand gesture rescue, it made me think about all of the other safety things I've seen on social media that I felt like, you know what? These are great to share and talk about. And,
Mhm.
with our young people as well as for all of us. And so, yeah.
For sure, because the more people know about it, the more effective these things are. I mean, the fact that the person that saw that young woman do that hand gesture and knew what it meant is pretty amazing.
It is. It
But it does
is.
show the power of sharing this kind of stuff and how quickly it can, you know,
Mhm.
run round the globe, really.
Well, absolutely. So there was a kidnapping on Friday in Kentucky,
Mhm.
and I'm sorry, in Tennessee. And the family, they knew who had kidnapped this teenage girl because of their webcam at their home, their ring doorbell. They saw
Mhm.
a car, kidnap the daughter that had been outside doing chores. The police ran the plates. They knew exactly what this guy's name was, who he was. They took that info to social media. She made a video on TikTok. It was shared lots of times, including by our account on True Crime Paranormal on TikTok, and lots of others. And they did an Amber Alert. Well, Saturday morning, some guys went out hunting and they saw that car pulled back in the woods, and they had seen it on social media as well as received Amber Alerts. So they knew exactly what they were looking at. They
Wow.
got out their hunting knives and disabled the car and then called the police and stayed right with it until they came, and they rescued her and she's home safe.
Wow. That's amazing.
There's lots of reasons why people don't like social media and get frustrated with social media, and I do get that.
Mhm.
But there is a power of good here as well
Oh,
that
yeah.
we need to continue to keep that storm rising.
Well, just a way to connect the masses,
Mhm.
you know, I don't know, just all on our own, which I think is really cool.
Yep, totally.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So some success stories tonight. We'll take it.
Yes, we will.
So This is our Wednesday case, and we'll be
Yes.
back tonight with case updates. And guess what? Mr. Marky Means is at it again. So we've got all
With
kinds of stuff
his
to tell you.
quotation marks and everything.
Oh boy, there. We said today the quotation marks were so rampant they were flying off the page.
What the hell's
Uh,
up with that?
we've got Billy Shamirmir. The trial is on day 3 today.
Mm-hmm.
Jury selection in Ghislaine Maxwell.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? We're not far from a Kyle Rittenhouse verdict.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
The
Ahmaud
McMichael's
Arbery.
trial in the murder of Ahmaud Arbery is
Yes.
continuing this week. Yeah.
Yeah, so much going
Lots of stuff
on,
going
and
on.
others. So there's all kinds of stuff we've got our eyes on. So we'll share that all with you tonight. That is at
Yeah.
7 p.m. Mountain Time on Facebook Live and YouTube Live and TikTok Live.
Yeah, it's gonna be on TikTok. Woo!
Yeah, True Crime Paranormal on TikTok. So much good stuff happening, you guys. So I don't know if it's good stuff. So much big stuff happening. Some of it's good. Please like, share, follow. You know the route. So thanks so much for being here. This has been yet another production of True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. Take care.
Bye, everybody.